Career path appreciation is very different to a form of assessment or evaluation. Our clients will often call career path appreciation assessment because it falls into that area of psychometrics or people measurement that they're comfortable with. But career path appreciation is not a psychometric. It is not registered as a psychometric anywhere on the planet. And it takes the form of a guided conversation, which is structured in 3 different parts, to take a person through their preferred way of working, through a lot of examples and illustrations from their own career, about the types of decision making and about the challenges or the difficulties or the what went wells over time. And it really is a conversation, and that is what it is most valued for by people who go through the career path appreciation. There is a sense that there is an outcome at the end which will help the person understand where they are in terms of their own capability or where they're most comfortable making decisions in relation to the theme of their capability and the levels of work, of course. But often that's not at the forefront of people's minds. I mean, I don't say I make a decision because I am capable at this level of work. That's not how people talk or how they think about their work. And also, I think the conversation that we have with people in the career path appreciation enables them to really appreciate, well, this is a whole journey of my career that I'm going on. It's not just a point in time about where I am now. So I think the issue of reflection is very important too. After the session of a CPA, career path appreciation, always give the individual the time to reflect, then get a report, receive a report, and then be able to ask questions around that, or say, I remember this, or I would like to add this, or yes, I think this is absolutely well described. So the career path appreciation is a very in-depth conversation with a person. It's very tiring as a practitioner to do these interviews. And of course, the danger is not spending the time and the appreciation that one should spend on people. And I would suggest that when it is asked for in an organization, that we very carefully think about how it's going to be delivered over what point in time. Because often the organization will want things done, as quickly as possible, and when can you deliver the results, and when, that type of thing. I think it's very, very different to a psychometric, and there are no right or wrong answers to anything in the career path appreciation. So it places a very high level of expertise onto the practitioner, onto the associate who is conducting the interview. To be able to use their judgment and feel that they have asked, on the one hand, asked enough questions to probe a person's career experiences, life illustrations of examples that they choose, as well as the balance with where am I going with this in terms of myself, in terms of my own understanding of where the person is. So it's quite a difficult juggle sometimes, to be very clear. Sometimes it's very clear. People speak very clearly about their experiences, and in that their capability unfolds and becomes evident over the 3 hours or whatever that we spend initially with people. So it's very different because it's not a tick box exercise. It's not an off-the-shelf solution for organizations or individuals. But a lot of the feedback comes from this appreciation of, thank you, you've given me time, as it were, to think and talk about myself and my career, which is not often an opportunity given to many people. A career is not a CV or a resume. It's really an account of how people have made sense or made meaning of their work and their lives. And I always stress that career path appreciation is not simply about capability and putting it within the framework of complexity and capability and levels of work. It's about the different journeys people are on at the time, using the ideas of the 4 journeys. People make different choices in their careers at different times for different reasons, be they personal, be they work, be they decisions that have been influenced by their capability at the time, or they're personal, simply personal reasons. So the tripod comes into the understanding of a career path appreciation. We can get a sense of when the person is talking about their working experience, whether that's been an optimal experience, whether they have felt underutilized, a totally rigid environment where a company is just directed or has issued proclamations about work all the time, or whether a person has been left feeling utterly at sea because the tripod is so totally diffuse that nobody really knows what they should be doing by when or how they should be doing it. So it's a very rich experience, the career path appreciation, and I think ideally it should be built quite strongly into a people development initiative or program in an organization, because we would like, if possible, either for us or for managers and leaders, to continue to have these conversations with people, not just to have it as a beginning and an end, and there's the result of career path appreciation. And realistically, that is how we use career path appreciation in Bioss. And I think we have to follow it up constantly with research and instances of possibly where it's case studies, where it's been used in the company, how it's been used to help inform us generally about its use. But the career path appreciation is just something that is so utterly sustainable and just keeps its place over time. It's extraordinary. I mean, I've probably done about 2,000 interviews over my life. Oh, I don't know whether it's quite that many, but a lot of interviews for various different things in an organization, and there's never a interview that's the same. People always bring a different perspective. You can't go in there with foregone conclusions of your appreciation of the individual, and it demands very particular, attentive, I think, listening, and then asking questions when and where appropriate. And again, there's not a tick box, there isn't a list of questions, there isn't a formulaic process to do that. So a career path appreciation is about as far away from the psychometric, I think, as you can get.